The biggest reason why most people won't succeed in their body transformation, in my opinion, is not because of a lack of knowledge, because knowledge is so accessible nowadays. We can all just search online for a few seconds or minutes and find the exact answer to our question. And also, it is not genetics, because most people have a decent enough genetics that allows them to build a respectable amount of muscle that is the body that is considered jacked. It is a lack of consistency, because when you don't do the right things consistently, you don't get the results. And when it comes to training, it is a very slow and gradual progress that takes a lot of time and a lot of patience, and all of these things should be built on consistency. In this video, I will reveal to you 5 mindset mistakes that kill your gains. Let's begin. The first one. So think about the last workout that you went to. Before going to it, did you feel some friction? Things like you being tired, you don't wanna bother, you feel demotivated. These things, they are all frictionous things that increase the friction of going today. The first mistake and the second one, the mindset mistakes, they are pretty much connected to each other, so I will put them in the same bucket. The first one out of them is skipping today's workout and not realizing that going today is so damn important. Because think about it like this, the only way to get jacked is to do the actions that get you jacked consistently. And the only way to do them consistently is to do them today, is to do the one action out of the few actions that you need to do consistently when you need to do it. And when you have the mindset of, I won't go right now because I don't feel like it, when you procrastinate and you delay to tomorrow, and then tomorrow you do it again, you basically guarantee failure. And then the second mindset, it is not about the procrastination, but the realization that will make the act of going to each one of your workouts, of going to sleep, of eating that meal that you don't wanna eat, a lot easier. And it is realizing that the first few minutes are the hardest, but not only that, the anticipation of them. So think about it like this. When you are about to do something fun, like really pleasurable, when you think about it being done in a few minutes or seconds by you, do you feel like motivated for it to come? Do you want it to come? For sure, right? That's anticipation. But the opposite comes when you think about you needing to do something hard in a few minutes or seconds. You anticipate it, and because of that you are demotivated to do it, and that's what you need to realize. This anticipation is usually worse than the action itself, and the first 5 minutes of this action is usually worse than the whole action by itself. So you need to realize that going is the hardest part, and once you are there, once you start, after the first 5 minutes, it becomes a lot easier. And then the third mistake. This is one that I used to make a few months ago. So I started to get really into running, and the thing is that I am pretty bad at running. Now, I'm not the worst at it. I'm pretty good in fitness in general because just my genetics. But when it comes to running, I have a problem with my feet that makes running more painful than it should be. And a few months ago, as I started to get more into running, I started to adopt this mindset of pain, of the Goggins one, a Jocko Willink kind of mindset of, bro, go through pain, it's time to suffer. Now, I won't sit here and deny it as being effective because I went to all of my workouts 100% of the times, and I also ran a marathon a few days ago. But the thing about this mindset is that it can be toxic, especially for most people, because if you don't want to go all in and train 12 times per week, 10 times per week, then you shouldn't really adopt it, because there are no upsides to adopting it in relation to adopting the other mindset of positive thinking, of not thinking about the thing that you're about to do is painful, but thinking about it as fun. That's what I started to adopt as of lately, and I think that it is a way more positive, better attitude to develop. So the third one is ignoring the effect of positive thinking, and ignoring its effect when it comes to training 3, 4, 5 times per week. For most people who wanna get in shape, its effect of making you more consistent and have a better time while being consistent. And then the fourth thing is hating to train. So I have a friend who hates to train. But he trains, right? So he sees it as a harder, as something that he should be doing for the sake of getting jacked, as a necessary evil, and I think that this mindset is pretty bad. In my opinion, for the sake of consistency and longevity, seeing working out as part of your life, as something that you enjoy doing, like playing video games and watching anime, something like that is a way better way of seeing it than looking at it as something that you should be doing because of the cruelty of the universe, right? Now the fifth one. So that's one that I always come across in other people, and I have also came across this mindset in myself. The first time that I came upon it was when I did my first 10k run. So I ran that run. After 3 kilometers, I felt so tired, I wanted to stop. I wasn't a good runner at the time, and I felt really shitty. I kept going. The 5th kilometer came, and then the 7th one, and the 10th one, and I finished it. The thing is that at the 3rd kilometer, I thought that I couldn't keep going. I thought that I put it everything that I had, but I was wrong, and I kept going. I used discipline, and I finished it. And that's the 5th mindset shift, and it is to stop seeing these ceilings that you have as end-all be-all, because you can break them. Almost all ceilings can be shattered through, unless like they're, something that you find through trying to shatter a few times and failing and failing and failing and never shattering it. If you have never tried to go beyond that ceiling of training like 3 times per week to 4 times, or tracking your calories, like you have this limiting belief that you can't do it because it's too hard, then you are making a mistake, and breaking this mindset of you can do things is something that you should be doing for the sake of making more progress and realizing that you can do a lot more than you think. And that's it. If you enjoyed this video, you can like and subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.